And good news, we can finally make the short bow. However, bad news, the only type of arrow we can make is small game arrow, which is the weakest and my least favorite. So we're actually still going to be holding off on that for right now. I spent some time researching the local area, and I noticed two things. First of all, there's this bookstore, library right here, where we can get knowledge from. And, where was the other thing? Never mind that then. Either way, we're going to be heading to that bookstore and trying to clear a path to it. Actually, I think we should eat something before we leave, so that we don't starve to death midway there. There. It's like Tetris trying to make all of the pieces fit together. I'm not going to be taking the bike because, first of all, I need to move slowly in order to make sure that I don't run into anything horrible. And second of all, actually, what is the second reason? I'm forgetting a lot of things now. But either way, we're not going to be using the bicycle this time. Is it really a good idea to be traveling at night right now? Especially all the way over here, through unknown territory? I think we should raid some houses on the way there instead of going directly there. Ow. Not expected that. Yeah, this is already looking like a bad idea. Yeah, I think I'll leave now. I don't think they're smart enough to find their way down here that quickly, so I'll just spend some time here. Oh yeah, I remember being in this house now before. I remember the turrets being down there now. A skeleton, something we definitely can't deal with right now. I accidentally tried to attack that squirrel because I was walking in the dark and didn't see it. Instead of trying to travel at night, we should probably spend this time inside. Kind of anticlimactic to build it up like that and then just give up on it. I think for right now, perhaps the mechanics book. I doubt anything is going to try to get in here right now. Gradually running out of 2x4s. And now it's daytime. And so now that it's morning, we have plenty of time to get over to the library and find what we want. And the alcoholics in here are good for the balance of hydration and calories, but bad for if you eat too much of it. Of course, your stats will suffer, and they don't freeze like the other drinks do, and so you don't need to defrost them, which is also another benefit of them. Actually, I think I will just use the bicycle. I don't feel like bothering with trying to carefully navigate today. Periodically looking ahead to make sure we don't run into anything like an anti-material turret or a group of demons or a chicken walker or something stupid like that. So it looks like the library is actually surrounded. Perhaps we should draw them away from the library first before we begin salvage operations. Shouldn't be too difficult, unless there's something crazy like a feral hunter maybe, or perhaps a zombie Hulk. Although even that would be not too difficult to kite. Yes, this is probably going to work fine. I would like to draw them up and to the northwest. Oh, look who it is. The Bone Dogs. One of the most difficult enemies to deal with early game. Oh, this is not ideal. Oh, look at all that food in there. Here, I could come back here later for that. Here. Also to the left is... From the exterior, it looked like it might have been a bank inside, and if it was a bank, we would need to deal with or we need to worry about security bots which have guns, and those are dangerous. For us and zombies, of course. That looks to have cleared out most of them. And to the east we can see there are the ants. Now that there should be the front of where the ants inhabit. So this area along here should actually be safer than usual. And perhaps we can even kite the zombies into the ants in order to clear out areas. And also, look how well we cleared out the local area. There's almost no zombies here anymore. Mission success, or mostly success actually, I should say. Now to just deal with the rest of them really quickly. Oh look, two solar cars right next to each other in this parking lot. That's really good for later. What I would prefer to do is salvage all of the components of these solar cars and put them on a quad bicycle of our own manufacturing, of our own design. And with that, since the lighter frames are more or less heavy than the regular frames of the vehicles, they would be more fuel efficient. Just making sure they haven't damaged the bicycle at all doing this. The clearing operation is working. But this slingshot is painfully weak. And I'm intentionally drawing them closer into ant territory. Oh, another solar car. I should mark this area as... There, now I know that there's a lot of solar parts around here. Oh look, this is exactly what I wanted to happen. Hey ant, follow me. Oh, this is the perfect setup. I draw them close to each other and then I get out of there really quickly. And you see they're already attacking each other. It's perfection. And now I basically have the library all to myself, as long as there's nothing else hiding around here. I'm going to be intentionally avoiding books that I know aren't useful right now. What is a photo album doing in a library? That's illogical. Finding some really good loot in here. I'm glad I chose to come here first before anything today. Yeah, I just now decided to not bother trying to cherry pick the books. Really weird meeting rooms off to the side, though. I have no idea what their purpose would be. Perhaps a book club? Or perhaps something even more nefarious. Illuminati meeting rooms, where they secretly come to plot on what to do with the library. Oh look, another contestant. I just had a thought. We could possibly try capturing these soldier ants and hauling them all the way back to headquarters down here, where we can pepper them around the headquarters to act as guard dogs, just like last time. I want to draw that one away from that corpse so that it won't bother me while I'm trying to pulp it and loot it. I think I'm going to try drawing it further out of the ant area so that it can help later. Oh, and you see, it's traveling slightly faster than me at a walk. Actually, it travels about the same speed as a normal human, but since I'm thirsty and depressed, it's slightly faster as a result. So if you run out of stamina near one of these ants and your walking speed is slower than normal, then you're probably not going to make it. But fortunately for me, I do have stamina. Oh, it's still on me though. Ow. How do I lose this effectively now? Oh, another fully functioning bicycle? How convenient. I guess I'll be taking this now. If the engine of the bicycle doesn't fail to start, that is. I didn't know that the bicycle's engine would have such a problem. Unfortunately, bicycle also uses stamina, so that's inconvenient actually, for our purposes. But fortunately it doesn't use that much. I'm just going to be casually going around all of these zombies now. And I don't think they're going to be that much of a problem, at least for right now. Yeah, not only are they too slow, they're also too dumb to learn. And so now we have two bicycles. Although, can we actually bring both of them back at the same time? I don't think we can. I would hope so, because if we can, then we can keep one for later and use the other, and the one we keep for later we'll eventually disassemble and add the parts of that one onto the other one in order to make it even bigger and stronger. We want a very, very strong bicycle, very powerful. And if we take a look at this, we will notice the foot pedals are damaged on this one, but not the other one. Actually, I should mark this one right now. There. And I should also number them. So that I can tell which is which. Yeah, let's actually take a look at what exactly we need to fully disassemble a bicycle. We have mechanics 2, but we need metal sawing of 2 and bolt turning of 2. I remember that we don't actually need any tools of jacking or lifting in order to disassemble any of the parts for a bicycle, so that's good. I think the only 2 things we're actually missing right now are metal sawing of 2 and bolt turning of 2. And I think I remember seeing a wrench somewhere around here, but I forget exactly where. Either that or it's just my imagination. That would be the bolt turning, and the metal sawing would need to be something like a hacksaw. So we have a lot of tools we need to collect before we can do a lot with vehicles. However, fortunately, I think somewhere around here there's a garage, or perhaps a hardware store. And those are 2 places I know of that often have the tools we're looking for. Here's a parking lot, just like this one down here, but that has vehicles, not vehicle-related tools. I forget exactly what the symbols for these are, so I'm going to be looking for them for a little bit before giving up. Oh, this white one down here is a garage. We'll mark that as a location of note. There. All of these flashing green dollar signs will immediately trigger my greed function. Yes. And so I'll know exactly where everything I want is at a glance. Here's a hardware store. Perfect. And this construction site has potential. And what else? Gas stations have a small amount of potential. That most of their value is in the gasoline and diesel they potentially have, and maybe the vehicles. Personally, I only really care about the solar and nuclear vehicles. I don't remember if I've ever seen a nuclear vehicle in person before, but I do remember hearing about them and potentially seeing one of them through a third-person perspective, not a first-person's perspective. And so I think that's everything for right now. We found 3 locations of note, and we've already taken care of one of the other ones today, being the library. So since this bicycle over here is in better condition, I'll be taking this one home. Yeah, I'm not going to bother trying to spend hours figuring out how to tow a bicycle behind another bicycle, if that's even possible. I don't even know if it's possible. But we're also hungry and thirsty and tired. Just generally not in good shape. So we'll just be going home anyway. You see that you can tell there's been a lot of reanimation going on around here, because there's a lot of items just lying on the ground that look like they dropped off of dead zombies and that have then risen without the items. And so that makes me come to the conclusion that there must have been something around here that likes to kill zombies. I think I remember seeing Migos around here. Oh yes, this is, I think, the building we came out of to begin with, and we saw a Migo over here that was killing zombies. Either one or two of them, maybe even three. I don't remember exactly. It's funny how the starting area in this the starting area in this city is more hazardous than almost any other area in the entire city that we've been to so far. I prefer not to draw too much attention over to our headquarters area, but there will be some attention by default because there are wanderers. So let's just take care of that right now. We're actually running low on ammunition. This one was reanimated as well. Let's actually take a look inside of the wasp nest, and maybe go inside as well. Maybe take some things. It looks completely abandoned. That's really unfortunate. I liked the wasps. This is an interesting find. I wonder if the loot table for wasp nests are actually different from the usual house. Exactly what I didn't want. And I was running this whole time, so I'm low on stamina because I forgot to halt to a walk. And so these are going to be drawn closer to the headquarters, which means we're going to need to draw them away from the headquarters before the day is over. And I'm just going to be hiding behind here for a few minutes, recovering stamina. Yes, taking a look around the corner, I see one of them right there. And I believe there should be the others right around that corner as well. So let's wait some more time and see if they wander any further out. I'm actually going to try to... it's probably best to just lure them back away, rather than ignoring them completely. Look, there's one of them right now. Yeah, this is a situation in which we really need to do more luring again. Oh, and there's the feral hunter that I was afraid might show up eventually. And right now those are going to be difficult to take care of. I think the best thing we can do right now is to try drawing it into the house just to the south of us. I don't remember what's in this basement actually. Oh. So this is the mole basement that I forgot about. I'll be leaving then. I wonder if it comes upstairs. Let's wait and see. No. Or at least not that I can tell. So here's what we're going to be doing. You see all of that? Oh, they even noticed us. They know we're here. So we need to leave some other way. There it is. If we go out this window, I think that's the only thing that's going to notice us. Yeah, if even that. And if that happens, we can probably take care of it. And then just sprint away again. There's more things over here. I think they move slowly enough though that we can take care of this first. No, we didn't even really need to. So now we're going to be going through buildings in order to get away from these. Yeah, you can see down here the turret is gone because they destroyed it. And we probably actually have time to do some looting, fortunately. Only very valuable items, though. Oh, there's a car battery. Yes, very interesting. Looking up over here, we can see a wasp actually made it all the way down here somehow. Was that hole there before? Or did something else make that? I probably don't want to stay here for very long. So I'm just going to be getting out of here right now. And that rubble, fortunately, will block the path of anything wanting to follow. And now there's only these two here to worry about, which we can take care of right now. Only 12 left. Yeah, I think that's enough battle for one day. There. Look at all these unread books. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, we didn't even get that much damage too, if you noticed. And so now, with the remaining 8 hours of the day, we can do some reading. somewhere in here is going to be some of the skill and recipe we need to make better archery items. Interesting. So, going to need to find a way to level fabrication to 3 in order to read some of these books. And regarding the the bow book as well. Yes. For leveling fabrication. It doesn't look like we have any books for that. And I remember now, I think we were crafting distaff and spindle last time. Yes, it's all returning. I think before things get any worse, I'm just going to end the episode here.